RIA has released the August benchmark price data, and after the encouraging August data in our normal market stats, let's see how benchmark price stacks up. In past videos, I've gone over benchmark price and house price index, which is HPI, and these two metrics are very similar. Like I've said in the past, it's just a different metric of tracking this data. HPI is a base value of 100. Benchmark price is a dollar figure. I feel like people resonate with the dollar figure more, so let's stick with benchmark price and let's get into the data. First up, we'll start with my favorite of the markets, Hastings and Prince Edward County. So we have benchmark price sitting at $585,100. That's up 1.3% year over year, so from last August, and up 4.5% year to date from January of this year. We also saw an uptick in month over month benchmark price coming up from the July numbers after seeing 2 straight months of decline. This is actually the only market where we're seeing a year over year increase in benchmark price. Moving over to the GTA, benchmark price continues to fall month over month with 4 straight months of decline since April of this year. Despite these declines, benchmark price still sits well over $1 million at $1,082,200. Across the region, benchmark price is down 4.6% year over year, but up 1.6% year to date due to strong price appreciations in the spring market, which kind of makes up for these declines in the third quarter. Last up, Canada. So Canada benchmark price kind of hovering in between the two markets, sitting at $717,800. That is down 3.9% year over year and up 1.6% year to date. So kind of hovering in between the two. Benchmark price in Toronto, very high, over $1 million, and we're seeing declines. Benchmark price here in our local market, almost half of that, and we're seeing increases, not only year to date like the other two markets, but year over year where we don't see that in the other two markets. And that's because we have less room to fall, and we still have a lot of people coming here thinking prices are reasonable. We also don't have all the different asset classes of real estate like a bigger metro like Toronto or Vancouver would. So we don't have a situation where the detached market is doing well, the townhouse market is doing okay, and the condo market struggling. Here it's just the market, the housing market. And yes, we have different price points, but nowhere near the volatility of different asset classes like we do in other areas like Toronto. Data that I'm looking at, I put it over the last 3 years. So from August of 2021 to August of 2024. So over the last 3 years, you can see benchmark price over these 3 markets is somewhat stable. And it's even a little bit higher than it was in August of 2021. So really all of the action and all the price appreciation that's over what the value is today happened between August of 2021 and August of 2022. So since then, it's been somewhat stable. I mean, you see normal seasonality here. This is pretty big uptick in the spring market in 2023 in Toronto, where people got back into the market, they got excited, and that affected Canada, obviously. Our market was a little bit more muted to that. But really, you see, it unless you bought during this time, this 1 year period, your home is likely worth the same or more, or in most cases, a lot more than when you purchased. And yes, if you purchased during this time, and you were a first-time home buyer and you weren't selling a property, because remember, if you sold something, you probably got more than what it was worth, and then you bought something for more than what it was worth. Unless you're a first-time home buyer who bought during this time, you're likely doing okay. And even zooming out just 5 years, so to August of 2019, bear with me here, you see very big appreciations. So from, in Hastings and Prince Edward County, 350 to almost 600. Canada, 520 to almost to 720. Toronto, 760 to 1.1 million. So trending upwards. Yes, we had a blip, but benchmark price seems to be stabilizing and doing okay. That is it for this week's video. A quick synopsis of our benchmark price data for August of 2024. In lieu of going over HPI, we went a little bit more in depth to the benchmark price data. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to see HPI still and like me to include that, happy to include it in future videos. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week.